Consider the Chinese rendering of the divine name Allah as Jianju, something I mentioned earlier, the true Lord. Here we see a plaque from the 16th century mosque in Tianjin City. The inscription reads Jianju Neng Jie, which means only Allah knows. Allahu Alim, or the true Lord knows. Now, what's fascinating is that the term Jianju, the true Lord, is the Chinese rendering of the divine epithet Allah. It's not a translation, okay? It's a localized equivalent, a way of making the universal Abrahamic name of God intelligible and resonant so that Islam could be heard in Confucian and Taoist terms. So here, the divine name travels and it takes root. It is both Quranic and Chinese. It is both Ummatic and Urfic. And it shows how theology itself becomes localized in language without you losing its universal reference. It too is an important Orphic moment. James D. Frankel argues that the term was chosen after Muslims entered China in the 7th and 8th centuries in order to localize divine nomenclature, but not to assimilate per se, as that would entail using the same word that the Chinese of other faiths traditions used, but rather to avoid a terminological rapprochement between Muslims and non-Muslims. In other words, Orphic discourse is not for the purposes of assimilation. It's still largely a differentiating device. It's a way to differentiate, albeit using indigenous language and semiotic materials to demarcate a particular sociolinguistic difference that is rooted in religion. It also explains why Chinese Catholics, who came much later, opted for the term Jianju, which means the Lord of the Sky, and Chinese Protestants Shangdi, which was the Confucianist supreme deity, each with their own origin stories. So historical analysis is a fundamental part of the sociolinguistics of Islam.